Greetings, everyone. This is me again, Zarbazak. Come here, as usual, to help the Muslims see with their own eyes what I'm showing them from the Quran, its proof, and to leave Islam. Just helping you. It's then up to you. I hope I'm not forcing it. It's not forced. It's academic and all this. So please bear with me as I do this. So here we are. Let's see. Deserving of messengers' invocations. I found a new ayat. I found an ayat which I want to discuss. Of course, it's not a new ayat, but in the light of this ayat. So first, in Surah Tawbah at 99, and among the Baduans, this ayat, this. First and foremost. Among the Baduans, among the Bedouin Arabs are those who believe in Allah and the last day and regard their spending as means of drawing near to Allah and of deserving the prayers of the Messenger. So they become deserving of the invocations of the Messenger or prayers. There are different translations. Some say invocation. I think in Quran.com, the word-by-word translation, Quran.com says blessings. But the word is salawat, right? Salawat. So there could be a mistranslation word by word in this in Quran.com. Salawat is prayers. Okay, it's not dua, like you call out to. Do not call out to anyone but Allah. But please bear with me. You may say, again, I've misunderstood this, and Islam Reign one, as usual, who is recently coming here telling me, now did you see how you misunderstood this, that? He's stuck on his point. They are stuck on their point. So please don't do that, right? Now, I understand it's not calling on the messenger, but it could indirectly mean that you can call on the messenger and say, Ya Rasulullah, pray for me. Pray for me now. Or it automatically becomes, you automatically become deserving of the prayers of the messenger. There are some good Baduans too, like we are told in Surah Tawbah 99, right? And among the Bedouin Arabs are those who believe in Allah and the last day and regard their spending as means of drawing near to Allah and of deserving the prayers of the messenger. Then the messenger becomes, they become deserving of the messenger's prayers. So indirectly it implies that, while the messenger was alive, they could go to the messenger and say, please pray for us. And if these people are true, then the prayer would come true. The messenger's prayer for them would come true. The messenger's prayer to Allah for them. Okay, this much. The messenger's prayers to Allah for them would come true. I understand all this. I hope you see that I get this. I don't think I'm misunderstanding it. Anyways, from Islam Reign 1, there was no answer about my side where the whole domestic prohibition and becomes a whole religious matter. Then later on, if you're saying that I misunderstood, okay, I misunderstood that it's on the domestic level. My mind could not go there because it's a prohibition by the messenger, prophet. And what your tafsirs say make no sense. So it was nonsensical, illogical, because first of all, the messenger can in no circumstances prohibit himself what Allah has made lawful for him. For me, through the Quranites, I found this. even in the domestic, personal level. And it's a bit tough, right? It's very tough to make you see through the hypocrisy and all this seeping through the Quran ayats, right? So please bear with me. If you disagree with me, you can say you disagree, but don't put words in my, like saying it like, now you see how you misunderstood this and in your favor. Whereas the other points you leave out, right? Recently, I saw a video of Amina Sardar's live stream. The Indian police during the COVID that's showing masjid, the worshippers coming out and they're hitting them with the cane or something. It was very, very disturbing, extremely disturbing. Hope this doesn't happen in India against the Muslims. I was like, my screen came out and I had to pause the video for some time. It was like extremely disturbing. Then I saw Christian Prince. Before that, I was like, for hours, how many? 1 hour or something, on the late with Amer. He's a Shia. And you see the problems. Now, Amer was quite, okay. So the thing is that, okay, I understand Christian Prince couldn't get the first, in their book, what it is to rape the, if you rape her, then you take her and you marry her and all this. Says force. I saw in Deuteronomy 22, verse 28. Okay, I checked that myself. And Christian Prince just, is, didn't see that. It's kind of not. So he would, I think, not be eligible to debate or anything. But anyways, I listen, and I think that the Shia was extremely rude with Christian Prince, right? And that's not the way. Like, show me this hadith. Go and see how much. You see how you Shias can dodge people. But I've never seen a Shia. I don't think in our adab, it is you should be rude, right? Like this. Oh my God. So show me the authentic hadith from our. Okay, what is the criteria for it to be an authentic hadith? Shia authentic hadith is sure. So narrations, right? There's chain of narrations, not unbroken, and it goes to an imam, and then so that poor, like he's just showing, okay, no, show me authentic hadith. You haven't proven it's authentic hadith, and this is very, very rude, outrageous. Like every hadith we have to. Even the Shia hadith books, in the books, we have to know this person and know that the chain of narration is not broken and all of them are this and that, right? Oh, I'm also shouting. I've been a Shia, so this is the problem. Maybe it is from there. But anyways, our religious scholars, I felt, we are not eligible for all this. But the religious scholars, you put your feelings aside and with good manners and all this. And because of my condition also, I can see I'm struggling and I'm really, really disappointed with a lot of things in life, a lot of people, right? So please bear with me and my condition. If I shout at you, bullying, sorry, again and again, I haven't learned to talk properly, that's true, because of our condition, long time ago. I can't explain right now, so please, I just want to say, please understand, right? So here we are. I think indirectly you can go to the messenger. You become eligible for deserving the praise of the messenger. Indeed, this shall be a means of drawing near to Allah. So believe in Allah last day and regard their spending as means of drawing near to Allah and of deserving the prayers of the messenger. Indeed, this shall be means of drawing near to Allah. Okay, I don't know. You see how he's put it now? People could take it that deserving the prayers of the messenger is also a means of drawing near to Allah. He's repeated it 2 times. After having said that believe in Allah the last day and regard the spending as means of drawing near to Allah, and then of deserving the invocations and prayers of the messenger, not blessings. Sorry, you have to correct yourselves. This is not Mubarak or Barack Obama. This is not Barack, blessing. This is prayers, invocations. Salawat comes from salu. Salat, sorry. Now indirectly, and then indeed this shall be a means of drawing near to Allah. This is such a deceptive means. You know when the hypocrites, what they do. You see how you've been deceived. Muslims, are you not the see? And you tell me, word by word translation, Quran showed Quran.com says blessing, okay? I don't have to go to Quran.com to show you that right now or at any time. You can check for yourselves. The word is salawat. Now we come to Surah Ahzab, ayat 56. Allah and His angels bless the Prophet. Again, you're wrong. It's Sallu. And then you have different translations, which have confused us as Shia. I don't trust in any of your going to the Shia hadiths, trying to see the chain of narrations. Which hadith is true about this and which hadith is false about this. We just dump it on the religious scholars to know and have, put our trust in them. But you have to seep out, like it's very, very hard. Like that Shia man, a young man, 17, 18 years old, shouting at... Okay, the Christian prince, I know is, but you keep your, like, are you as, oh my God, and not making it easy for Christian prince. Like, see how, okay, chain of narrations, she's shown that the hadith is going to Imam Ali. There is a chain of narration, doesn't have to read out all the names. And the first, there are no statues. When did Suleiman, and what does it matter? Is that the way? What does it matter? Allah has put in the Quran. Suleiman, for Suleiman they made statues. So why are you against statues of the idol worshippers? What does it matter? What does it matter? What kind of thing is this? Of course it has to matter to you. It's a Quran ayat, for God's sakes. And then before that there were no statues. Where did Suleiman make statues? Where does it say? Of course, I found the verse also a long time ago, which Christian prince was pointing out and told the Shia Amir. I mean, what is this? And then, what does it matter? What does it matter? There are contradictions in the Quran ayats. Well, it matters. That's why. And every ayat should matter. Well, what Christian prince is saying that God is talking about the magic carpet we didn't find, but the wind going, and so he could sit on a magic carpet and go. So, what does it matter? What does it matter? Of course it matters. Of course it matters. Of course it matters. Trying to. Okay? Now here, Allah and His angels bless the Prophet. Believers invoke blessings and peace on him. invoke. Okay, these are invocations to Allah for him. In other words, so you see, what David would say is that Allah and His messengers, you salli means for the Prophet, praying for the Prophet. Why? How can Allah pray for the Prophet? Even if it's not to the Prophet, praying to the Prophet. You salli becomes like Allah and His angels praying for or making prayers. Okay, whatever. You means you. Yuminun. Some yuminun, like that, it, adding. So what that you means, why you? Why you? It means Allah and His angels are praying to the Prophet. No, praying for the Prophet. It could mean, yeah. So, how can Allah pray for the Prophet? Pray for the Prophet. No, please see this. Allah does not pray. Allah says be and it is. Allah blesses, but Allah cannot pray, and that's why they put bless. So, do Islam reign one? Now, if you come here, being like that with me, yeah, do I sound like a very strict teacher, bully, bossy? Oh God, karak. Having some karak, very, very karak. T double. So I'm karak, strict, huh? Now, Allah and His angels pray. You see? So now, all this you can see hatred these people show towards Him. You have become morally bankrupt, raised you high on the moral level. Okay, in footnote 2, under Surah Azab ayat 56. In other words, it means this, O people who have found the right path through Muhammad, the Messenger of Allah, you should recognize his true worth. So this is what I was trying to do, recognize his true worth. First, go through Sunni and Shia research and Quran ayats. I went through all that. You should recognize his true worth and be grateful to him for his great favors to you. The Messenger of Allah, you were lost in the darkness of ignorance. He afforded you the light of knowledge. You had become morally bankrupt. He raised you high on the moral level so that the people now feel envious of you. You had sunk to barbarism and to savagery. He adorned you with the most refined human civilization. No, he's not the one. Jews are the one. I don't know about the politics. I don't think the politics were that much in the dark and all this. Bibi Khadija was a businesswoman, a very high, very wealthy, she was like the queen of Makkah, something like this, very rich. Before Islam, mind you, the disbelievers everywhere have turned. Therefore, the inevitable demand of your gratitude to him is that you should regard him with an equal or even greater love than the malice and grudge these peoples display. O Lord of the world, just as your prophet has done us countless and endless favor, the angels are now, what is this going on with him? And him, just as the angels do angels today do day and night. Sorry, it's my fault. Okay? Hatred people, Allah also does it. And angels also do it. And you also do it. La. What about Surah Zumar ayat 3 against the polytheists? Indeed, sincere devotion, it's all really, I tell you, it's all a roundabout manner to worship Prophet Muhammad with Allah, invoking him, I mean, asking him to invoke for you to Allah, it becomes very important, his invocation for you to Allah. Now, what has happened in Surah Tawbah? So here they've put worship. We worship them only so they bring us closer to Allah. You cannot trust this prophet. How he's put the ayat. This is what I've been telling you from day one when I found this ayat on this ayat against the other rest. What is this? We worship them only so they may bring us closer to Allah. Whether you say besides Allah, and it says this ayat, you've got to first look at the criteria, the condition, what? Besides him. Can you trust now the ayat import? The words? No. Because I've shown you somewhere in the surah about Jesus Christ that they worship besides him two gods. No, there they should be, they worship along with him two gods. Because they also worship the Father in heaven, a God. And a God above who then becomes the Father. Oh, so, you see, I was right from day one that you can't trust besides him. You say here, it's besides him and all this. It's all in a roundabout manner. What the polytheists do is we worship them like you worship Prophet Muhammad after with Allah. Now, is it clear? More clear than before. Please, honesty, integrity. आपका फ्यूचर अच्छा होगा, आपके बच्चों का फ्यूचर अच्छा होगा. अगर आपको आपकी परवाह नहीं है, अपने बच्चों की परवाह करें. As bad as you are, Jesus Christ says. You like to give good things to your children. अपनी कंट्री को देखें. अपनी कंट्री के लिए. Right? We worship them only so they bring us closer to Allah. Surely Allah will judge between all regarding what they do. Allah certainly does not guide whoever persists in lying and disbelief. तो इस डिसेप्शन को मैंने ऐसा पकड़ लिया. I caught this deceiver so well. Right? और अगर आप कहेंगे कि यूएई और सऊदी अरेबिया हम अपनी कंट्री को कितना अच्छा इनके पास है. इस्लामिक बैंकिंग सबसे अच्छी है. सोशल जस्टिस हमें प्रॉफिट मोहम्मद ने. शायद वो सब जूस से आया है वैसे. तो उसको अगर आपको कुछ और नहीं मिल रहा है, हिंदुज़म बकवास है. इफ़ यू फील इट्स नॉनसेंस, हिंदूज बड़े सख्त हैं, क्रूल. तो हु इज़ दैट किंग साइरस ऑफ पर्शिया, उनको फॉलो करें, उनका देखें, उनका अप्लाई करें अपनी कंट्री में. इसको छोड़ दें, इनको. Please, I'm not, what am I doing? Yes, I've just made Pinko fun of him. So Surah, what is this roundabout? Now in Surah, at least here it says with Allah. Surah Qasas 28, Surah Ayat 88. And do not invoke any other God with Allah. There is no God except him. What a joke. Do not invoke, like call on any other. खैर indirectly तो Shias भी करते हैं और समझ गए Shias के deserving the prayers of the messenger. आप लोगों को messenger के पास जाना पड़ेगा कभी, जैसे उमर बिन खत्तब गए थे कि बारिश नहीं हो रही है drought के टाइम पे. At the time of the drought, no rain. Umar bin Khattab, you have it in your own hadiths. Right? So, जाना तो पड़ेगा। और जब अब गुज़र गया है तो ज़िंदा शिया तो कहते हैं कि मार्टर्ड है। अगर अगर मारा भी नहीं जाता पॉइजन, फिर भी मार्टर्ड होता है। एंड इज़ अलाइव, इज़ नॉट डेड। मोमिन कभी मरता नहीं है, ना मार्टर मरता है, राइट? मोमिन मार्टर ही होता है, इन अदर वर्ड्स। मोमिन इज़ मार्टर इन अदर वर्ड्स, so he never dies. Don't even think that he dies. Listen to Allama Rashid Turabi's majlis on risk. Who gives you risk? Hussein gives us risk. This that. How is that possible? Since Allah is the provider. What a joke. So, if you know Urdu, he's the best in this. First and foremost, in the beginning, he's the best. Allama Rashid Turabi. Risk. Now, Surah 39, Ayat 3 says, we worship them only. So, there are different, no, where's that? No, this, so, Surah 39, Ayat 3 says, we worship, yeah, this Surah Zumar, sorry. Okay, back to Surah 9, Ayat 99. Of deserving the prayers of the messenger when, people, Surah Hujurat ki ayat mein dekhi, पीछे से नहीं बुलाओ या बाहर से नहीं, जब तक वो आपके पास नहीं आए. Look at this messenger, he's not even available. These poor people came from everywhere. They had no ethics, no manners. They used to call the messenger. Read the footnote about that Surah Hujurat. Do not call him outside of his chamber until he comes to you. So deserving the prayers. किसी ने तो लिखा invoke. Then you have to go to Quran.com and see. Invoke. Look. Let me show you something. Yeah. Surah Tawbah ayat 99. Sorry, excuse me, I have a bit of a cold or something. Believers in Allah. Oh, it says blessings, yeah. Invocation. Oh, Sahih International says invocations of the messenger. That means he invokes Allah, okay. But you have to invoke him. When you believe in the last, I think you can, there's no need to worry that you're calling on the messenger, invoking him, to invoke for you to Allah. Let's say if there's a drought, like Umar bin Khattab hadith, you go to the messenger and you say, oh, yes, he's invoking for you, he's wasila kar diya hai, say na, indirectly. Invocations of the messenger to Allah. It means unquestionably it is a means of nearness for them. You'll find out if you feel that you are a moment. Test it. Say, oh no. Go to Rasulullah and say, Ya Rasulullah. Now it's up to you. If your sincere effort in believing in Allah in the last day and paying, spending in the way of Allah, messenger's prayer for you will come true. So why not add him and say, oh, yeah, afterwards say, Ya Rasulullah, pray for me. तो ये तो एक किस्म का शिर्क हो गया ना, indirectly. But no, the Shias and all, you have a good, like in Surah Tahrim, you have a good reason in your tafsirs that I have misunderstood. But it becomes a public faith thing anyways, because Allah and Gabriel and the righteous, all the righteous among the believers will help the Prophet. And moreover, angels will assist him. तो अब तो ये public, अब तो ये faith matter हो गया है, जो पहले एक personal prohibition किया था. So all this, right, you can invocation. So now you can indirectly go to Allah, right? Because the messenger's prayers are they become deserving of the prayers of the messenger. Intervention. shafa, wasila, all these. Although you'll say, what about believing in Allah and the last day and regardless spending? What about this? It is drawing near to Allah, but what does it mean? It means that you become deserving of the prayers of the Messenger, meaning you may be praying for yourself, right? And yet, if you don't avail the prayers of the Messenger, it may work. But here God Himself is saying that you become deserving of the prayers of the. Why not avail this favor? This, what you call it? Huh? बस ऐसे अंधी में आप लोग शियाओं को और इसको एक्स मुस्लिम को ब्लेम करते हैं और शिया भी मुझे ब्लेम करेंगे एक्स मुस्लिम का. अंधी में ब्लेम कर रहे हो आप लोग. You become worthy of the messenger's invocation to Allah for you, right? So very important to become worthy. अभी वसीला हो गया ना, वर्दी हो गया, आप वर्दी हो गए इसके लिए. और ये वर्दी होना क्या होता है? First you need to believe in Allah. These are the conditions to become worthy of the indirectly तो हो गया ना कि वसीला किसी न किसी का. वो एक मैंने जब मैं कराची में थी वो मुझे नहीं मिल रहा है कि वारिस जो तेरा होता कोई इस जहाँ में. They object to our Imam, going after the representative of God on earth. Sahib Zaman, the Lord of the earth. वारिस जो तेरा होता कोई इस जहाँ में. Going after Shias. लेकिन आपका वारिस सिर्फ अल्लाह नहीं है. अल्लाह के साथ मैसेंजर है. एंड देयर आफ्टर शियाज हैव वर्कड आउट उनकी आल है. वसीला जो तेरा होता कोई इस Umar bin Khattab also sought the messenger out at the time of drought. At the time of drought. Your second caliph. अभी जिधर आप लोगों ने मिसअंडरस्टैंड किया है नहीं आएंगे. हाँ, जब पॉइंटिंग एट माई मिसअंडरस्टैंडिंग यू विल कम. और मेरा आपने पूरा नहीं सुना और ऐसे ही आ जाते हैं. कुछ शर्म करें, कुछ हैव सम इंटेग्रिटी. bread, I need bread. Oh, तो ये मेरा, you see, getting up at late, then I have to do this, then I have to go for bread. I'm worried about my bread. And then खा लेना rice है. Oh God, so selfish there. अभी आप लोग नहीं आएंगे. अच्छा, बहुत चालाकी मेरे साथ नहीं चलेगी. That's why I get angry when you come. और जिसको मैंने लगा कि बुली किया, ये क्या वो क्या, माफ़ करना, राइट. इससे कि मैंने एक भी मुझे सॉरी नहीं लगता है कि वो है ट्रू पर्सन. माफ़ करना, वर्शिप है ना. सो डू नॉट इन्वोक विद अल्लाह अनदर डीटी. लेकिन अब क्या कर दिया है कि वसीला को, बुतों को नहीं प्रे करें या उनके औलिया को जो भी हैं, अब उनको वर्शिप नहीं करें. और इधर ओनली इन्वोक अल्लाह अनदर डीटी. सो ये भी सूरह 26 आयत 213. सो डू नॉट इन्वोक विद अल्लाह अनदर डीटी एंड बी. अच्छा, इधर आप बोलेंगे अल्लाह इज सेइंग लाइक डीटी और शिया तो और भी बोलेंगे, समझाएंगे आपको क्या इधर है. सो डू नॉट, यानी किसी को आप खुदा लेके इन्वोक नहीं करें. मैसेंजर ऑफ अल्लाह को आप जाके वसीला बना वो तो अल्लाह ने बना दिया है. Allah is made the, right? Messenger of Allah is not a deity. We don't. Zahra, it is a niyat. It depends on niyat. There's a thin line between sanity and insanity, and you have gone insane. My thin line has gone erased. That's true. Right? चालाकी देखें इनकी सूरह ज़ुमर आयत 3 में कि वो वर्शिप कर रहे हैं. Could have said they invoke. नहीं बिल्कुल उस पे आ गया था मरा. Worship the awliyas they take apart from Allah also. But what, look at that, they seek nearness to Allah. तो आप बोलेंगे ये डेंजर है, किसी गलत गुरु इधर उधर नहीं जाएं, बाबा के पास सीधा जाएं इमाम अली के पास. किसकी मजलिस थी, you know? Do you remember? I think it was Allama Aqil Torabi's majlis, not sure. Sorry, later, Allah बेचारा वो कोमा में थे, वो गुजर गए. He had daughters and all this. Allah. So I can't think about that. But anyways, I think it was इधर उधर नहीं जाएं. बाबा और इनके पास सीधा अली के पास जाएं. अल्लाह के साथ what? Oh God, like वसीला जो आपका अभी अर्थ पे है ना, वो भी बहुत ज़रूरी है. अभी इमाम मेहदी के पास जाएं, इधर उधर नहीं जाएं. सूरह मैदा 35 वसीला. अच्छा अब ये क्या है? Do your duty to Allah and fear Him. Seek the means of approach to Him. Wasilas. And strive hard in His cause as much as you can so that you may be successful. वसीला. और शफा भी आ गया है, वो दिखाया मैंने. फिर 57 Surah 17 ayat 57 says, those whom they invoke seek means of access to their Lord, striving, or those whom they invoke. तो ये अब बड़ा थिन लाइन देखनी पड़ेगी कि ये आइडल्स तो बनाते हैं, ठीक है, और किसी और को भी इन्वोक करते हैं besides the idols. They take as awli up the protectors, maybe human beings. Those whom they invoke seek means of access to the Lord. तो आपका रसूलुल्लाह भी सीख, तो वो आप कहेंगे कि he prays to Allah for us. That's how he's become the wasila, and the shafa has been given to him. Right? Those whom they invoke seek means of access to the Lord. Which of them would be nearest? So kya ye awliya, again Surah Zumar ayat 3, they must have been near to Allah to do this, to take you to Allah. खुद तो अल्लाह के पास किया सूरह नजम में, आप लोगों को नहीं लेके किया. देखें, और ठीक है आप लोगों को नहीं लेके किया, आपकी फेथ कम थी, कंपेनियंस की भी नहीं जा सकते थे. अली तो उधर मिल गया उनको. अब एक मेथड होना चाहिए कि महराज आपको आप कैसे खुद करें ना, जैसे हिंदुओं में है, मैं हिंदू, चले बुद्धा बन जाए, बुद्धा का वो करें. Right? So I don't think this is like consistency, and the crookedness बहुत है. It's not clear. Prophet Muhammad को वसीला, you are deserving, वसीला तो बन गया ना सूरह तौबा की आयत 99. You become deserving of the messenger's invocations. यानी for you to Allah, I understand that. फिर ये तो बड़ा like crookedness मुझे लगा. Tell my servants to say always that which is best. ये देखें, अच्छा ये थोड़ा टॉपिक से इधर उधर, but Quran, Islam, I found this and I said, okay, I'll forget, right? Tell my servants, Surah 17 ayat 53 says, tell my servants to say always that which is best. Prophet Muhammad be a servant of Allah. Verily it is Satan who sows discord among people. Satan indeed is an open enemy to mankind. अब आप थोड़ा अपना रिसर्च करें और खुदा आपको हिदायत दे कि रिसर्च कैसे करते हैं जानने के लिए सच्चाई इसमें है या नहीं है, या क्रोकेडनेस है या कॉन्ट्रडिक्शन है, और क्या नहीं है, डिसेप्शन. So footnote 2, the believers have been enjoined to say only the best things. नहीं कर सकेंगे आप hypocrite बन जाएंगे. क्यों? क्योंकि इतना ज़्यादा है against Bedouin, some Bedouin Arabs, some Bedouins अच्छा है, politics के against तो बिल्कुल against ये, यानी वो उनका पानी देना वो मस्जिद हराम को कैट मेंटेन करना नहीं लिया गया, लाइक दे टेक इट एज इक्वल, नहीं एक्सेप्ट किया गया, और निजिस है बदू. अच्छा, अब हम देखेंगे कि ये बदून जो सूरह तौबा में भी सेम इन सूरह फतर, इन्होंने क्या ऐसा किया है, वाइफ्स की तरह भी नहीं थे, उम्मुल मोमिनीन, अनोइंग. अब आप देखें कि इनके बारे में क्या कहा गया है. यू हैव टू सी व्हाट has been said against the Bedouins in Surah Tawbah ayats. Already Surah Fat ayats are there against them. And what they have to face if they don't obey. An army, mighty army. The Prophet, whatever he says, obey him. So they were rich, we'll go there. अब आप देखें, हाँ, tell my servants, ये Surah 17 ayat 53. Tell my servants to say always that which is best. Please see this. Verily it is Satan who sows discord among people. Always say that which is best. Servants of Allah. Allah खुद नहीं कह रहा इसी तरह. The believers, footnote देखें, exaggerated statements दिखाई दे रहा है. The believers have been enjoined to say only the best things, even in their discussion with the disbelievers and other opponents of the faith. तो सिर्फ इमाम अली ये करता था, हमें बताया गया, that he would turn away if ego comes in. वो आमिर वामिर को नहीं देखें. Shia on Christian princes, with Christian prince, one of his channels I found. अगर कोई इमाम अली पे स्पिट भी करता था फेस पे तो वो हट जाता था उस टाइम पे, राइट? Discussion with the disbelievers and other opponents of the faith, even in this, you see, best things even in their discussion. So I was really shocked at this who is Marja Sadiq Shirazi has sent. I mean, he's gone to Christian prince talk like this. This is not doing in Shia Islam, and even in Islam altogether, right? Surah 17, ayat 53, go to Quran.com, see the footnote, and please choose Abul Ala Maududi. The believers have been enjoined to say only the best things, even in the discussion with the disbelievers and other opponents of their faith. They should neither use harsh words nor make exaggerated statements. अगर आपको लगता है कि Christian prince is lying and not seeing what is in his Bible, फिर भी आप उसको तंग नहीं कर सकते, ऐसे सख्ती से बात नहीं कर सकते हैं as a Shia or as a Muslim moment. Oh, they should be cool in their conversation. See, and say only what is true and dignified, in spite of the provoking behavior of the. See, this is what I hadn't found this, or did I? But I had forgotten. Let's say I found this last night and I forgot about it, went to, and I said, oof. Really disgusted with Amir's behavior at Christian Prince. With Christian Prince, very disgusted. I was like, what a rude, outrageously rude person. ये आपको आपके मर्जा ने अगर सिखाया, ड्रॉप इट. शिराजी, सादिक शिराजी ने. ईरान में इनका वो बड़ा, आई यूज्ड टू रीड हिज बुक्स ऑनलाइन, जिसको ईरानी पुलिस ने बहुत, फोर्स ने बहुत उनका बेहुरमत की आफ्टर हिज डेथ, जनाजे का. आई रेड व्हाट, राइट नाउ this, will you be able to after, okay, you'll we are told Imam Ali's behavior in war, also in the battlefield, on the battlefield, is that other Quran ayats, Prophet Muhammad is not a wakil but a judge. Okay, I'll go there, but before going there I'll show you. ये बदुअन्स ने, देखें, ये हिपोक्रेसी है. सूरह तौबा. Okay, look at the way God says about them. And among the Bedouin Arabs are those who believe. But let's go before this. What has happened that, what was it? That they will put up excuses before you. When you return to them, tell them, make no excuses. We will not, when you return to them in Medina after going to Makkah perhaps, when you return to them, अच्छा इनकी लैंड है, ले लिया. अब देखिए इनके अगेंस्ट कैसे ये प्रोपेगेंडा बनाया है. एंड यू लुक एट द वे ही हैज़ यूज्ड अल्लाह to make a propaganda against these rich Bedouins who are not willing to give up their money. We are told in the Quran. But there are grounds for reproach against those who seek leave to stay behind, even though they are affluent, rich. You see this? Let's read a simple translation. The cause for blame is only upon those who ask permission of you while they are rich. They are satisfied to be with those who stay behind, and Allah is sealed over their hearts, so they do not know. ये तो बेचारे फाइट भी नहीं कर रहे हैं, उम्मुल मोमिनीन दो की तरह अनोय भी नहीं किया है प्रॉफिट मोहम्मद को. They have not annoyed Prophet Muhammad. So what is the reason for such a thing, which we will see later in the later ayats against them? They will make excuses to you when you have returned to them. Say, make no excuses. This is about Yathrib, Muslims. Never Jews who were Jews. Say, make no excuse. Never will we believe you. यानी ये excuses बना रहे. Allah has already informed us of your news, i.e. affair. And Allah will observe your deeds, and so will His Messenger. Then you will be taken back to the knower of the unseen and the witnessed, and He will inform you of what you used to do. तो हमें कहा गया बड़े हिपोक्रेट, ऐसे हाई क्लास हिपोक्रेट्स थे, ऐसे ख़राब थे. ठीक है, ख़राब थे, ये थे वो थे, आखिर में मर भी गए, मार डाला. I take the Surah Azab ayat 60-61. इनको मार डालो, arouse करो against them. See how it's built up against the Yathrib, that they are hypocrites. Slowly, हाँ. Surah Fath में तो आपको बहुत कहा कि they think like this about you and they don't want you to return, and when believers have misfortune, they, बड़े वो खुश हो जाते हैं. They become happy. They will swear by Allah to you when you return to them. They will swear by Allah to you when you return to them that you would leave them alone. क्या कह रहे हैं? Please leave us alone. अब वाइफ्स ने उधर क्यों अनोय किया पता है? आपको इधर का एक्सपाउंड करने हैं. ये दो वाइफ्स बड़ी अच्छी थी. पता नहीं ये क्या इसने अल्लाह को यूज़ किया है. So they will swear by Allah to you. अच्छा, इनके अगेंस्ट ये है कि they will swear by Allah to you when you return to them that you, सिर्फ that you leave them alone. अब आप लोग क्या कर रहे हैं? Why aren't you leaving them alone? So leave them alone. अच्छा, अब अल्लाह कह रहा है so now leave them alone. So leave them alone. so that you leave them alone. So please leave them alone. So Allah is saying, okay, leave them alone. But no, 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 no. Allah will take care of them. Like, not take care in the sense that indeed they are evil. अब बिल्कुल evil बन गए हैं शैतान. You see, अब आपको इनके अगेंस्ट तो बिल्कुल ही वो कर दिया ना, against, totally. What? Whole full circle against. Indeed, they are evil. अब बैठे हैं घर पे आराम से, नहीं चाह रहे प्रॉफिट मोहम्मद को हेल्प करें. They are evil, they make excuses, they are such hypocrites, they didn't want you to come back. They are evil. And their refuge is hell as recompense for what they had been earning. मैं आपको दिखाना चाह रही हूँ कि यह गलत है. ये जो बोला है इनका exaggeration है. Now it jumps. This is the problem here. They will swear to you in order to please you. But even if you become pleased with them, Allah will not be pleased with such an evil doing folk. अब क्या evil doing folk है? That they were hypocrites. And they wanted to be left alone. Right? Here, they wanted to be left alone. So leave them. Their end is hell. They are evil people. They swear to you in order to please you. अब किसने किया सूरह तहरीम में? Prophet Muhammad ने with the wives, right? I think I contemplated what are the wives trying to tell me. मुझे तो आयशा हफ्सा से ये मिला कि he's a hypocrite, Zahra. See what we were trying to do to bring out the hypocrisy. जब वो कह रहा है कि you're bringing them to war, आले इमरान में, to distinguish, like test them in such a way. अब wives ने उधर परे, they didn't know, इसको कौन annoy करेगा? पागल होगा? You see, so this is my way of research and contemplation. I asked Aisha and Hafsa, what are you saying? They brought me here to Surah Tawbah ayats. I stumbled. They will swear to you in order to please you. No. रसूलना ने अपने डोमेस्टिक पर्सनल, लेकिन फिर पब्लिक ही हो गया ना, फेथ पे आ गया, because he's a prophet, Allah and the angels. And so look at those ayats, उधर stuck नहीं हो जाओ एक सूरह तहरीम आयत 1 और 2 पे. They will swear to you in order to please you, against Allah, of course, right? And they're lying, and they're but even if you become pleased with them, Allah is bringing out their hypocrisy. Allah will not be pleased with such an evil-doing folk. अब इन्होंने क्या किया है evil? What evil did they do? Here, they're saying, leave us alone. Very nicely. But you are the ones who are not leaving. Your ones are not leaving them alone. The Baduans are stronger in disbelief and hypocrisy, like these ones. They are good ones, okay. Like I showed you, they are deserving of the messenger's prayers. Wasila, tawassul. The Baduans are stronger in disbelief, and this is the thing. Now he's put this disbelief and hypocrisy, and more likely not to know the limits of what Allah has revealed to his messenger, as if, excuse me, in his domestic personal life, what he's done is he's prohibited a lawful, what Allah has made lawful for him. Why didn't Prophet Muhammad? There you make excuses for him. Why did he prohibit himself? That's using faith. So if you say it's not for faith personal, then he doesn't need to prohibit himself. He can just deny that thing without taking an oath and prohibiting it. Haram. So this is the way I seeped out to find out, and I found out that he is himself, and he's gone into disbelief stronger. He's very strong in disbelief, the prophet, and in hypocrisy. So his line to himself, my line to myself had to be true. It's all because of you. I keep holding on, trying, but I'll try. Try not to think of you. I'll be alright without you. Whose song is it? Journey? I'll be alright without you, 1980s. So song is it? So you see, this is the way nights of contemplations on Surah Tahrim ayat, then asking Hafsa, let's see if I could, Aisha. And when I found this ayat, I was like, yes, yes, yes. I think I was connected with the spirit of the wives, Aisha and Hafsa. Because you see, afterwards I found these verses. And it was such a miraculous way. I don't remember. Kitni bar I've done Surah Tahrim after that, even after this live stream. It's in my notes. But I don't come here. Like Islam Rain came, I don't come here. So, not remembering that these Quran ayats are there. This is what makes him a very strong disbeliever and hypocrite. And then you go to Surah Baqarah ayats 204 and 205, very fierce and killing. Like आलों को ख़त्म कर दिया है, एनिमल के आल को ख़त्म कर दिया है, and human beings के आलों को like generations इनके roots को ख़त्म कर दिया है, नस्ल तसल को ख़त्म कर दिया है, नस्ल असल को ख़त्म कर दिया. So I found that this is the Allah he's using this way. You see, but the ones are stronger in disbelief. How did I come here? And hypocrisy, more likely not to know the limits of what Allah he himself has crossed the limits. Surah Tahrim ayat 1, please. और ऐसा किया है, ऐसी तरह किया है कि he's brainwashed you. I will never come here. I mean, in the sense that I will never become. भले आप देखें कि he was our warmest rising sun, he was a physician. Indian Hindus अभी जो वीडियो दिखा है पुलिस का मारना लाठियों के साथ चार्ज करना, no, caning, cane. They had to leave the mosque. As they were leaving the mosque, they're being hit by the Indian police. The very strict, very cruel people, very disturbing. Hindus हो सकते हैं, right? Are you going to ask me to come back here? And yes, among the Baduans are some who consider what they spend as a loss, Acha, and wait for turns of misfortune. For you, see? अच्छा, अभी आपको ऐसे नज़र लगाया है, दिया है, he's made you using Allah. Wait for your turns of misfortune. अब ये खुद वो आप देखें, अब caravan robbing का वो line, I have to go to the Sunni and the Sirat. Why? I have to see, because that's my research. I can't explain. I have an impediment. तो इतना मेरा, जैसे मैंने रिसर्च किया, Jemai, hello, you are always welcome back in Islam. अच्छा, Jemai, blindly you want to call me to a terrorist, a false prophet? Huh? What's this? Jemai? Have some integrity. I said it earlier. Do you have no shame? Okay. Don't want you to feel shame. Okay? Sharam nahi aati? So, let me do this with you. Jemai, would you like to have a conversation, like invitation I give you? I'll come back. I'll make a new live stream for you. This is very serious. Do you think Islam is the one that can save us? Give me a good reason why I should come to Islam when I found this person, Prophet Muhammad, a disbeliever and hypocrite. Huh? Exaggerated terms, contradictions in the Quran. Should I come because you want me to come to Islam? Come back to Islam? And which Islam shall I come back to? The one that you have taken, the ones that the Sunnis even make excuses for the calamity of Thursday for Umar bin Khattab, and take Umar bin Khattab as the Muslim Caliph, second Caliph. Which Islam? Look at the way this Shias don't agree. The calamity of Thursday. That Umar should be, that you should make excuses for Umar bin Khattab. Do you know that Umar burned the house of Bi Fatma Zahra also? On a Thursday, just 3 days before the demise of Prophet. You make excuses for Umar bin Khattab, and you have, as a Muslim, I love Umar bin Khattab. I think he did a great job in this, as an ex-Muslim. Shiaon ko bolte ho? Telling the Shias, why you say against this? It's all in your books. This is a hadith. Wait a minute. Why should I go to Shia.com? Hadith. Sahih Bukhari 3053. Narrated Sayyid bin Jubair. Ibn Abbas said, Thursday, what great thing take place on Thursday. Then he started weeping till his tears wetted the gravels of the ground. Then he said, on Thursday the illness of Allah's Messenger was aggravated. Okay, it may seem to you he's only crying for the illness. And he said, fetch me writing materials so that I may have something written to you, after which you will never go astray. After which what? You will never go astray. This is very important. Even in its that grave sickness, like a bodyguard, I go, like you've seen the movie Bodyguard, Whitney Houston, I save my loved one. And as I shoot that one who tried to kill Whitney Houston. Have you seen the Bodyguard movie? Bodyguard. I'm bleeding. I've been shot. I take the shot and I look at the person who has tried to shoot Whitney Houston, but I'm her bodyguard. And bleeding. I take my gun, pointed, and I shoot back, trying to shoot him. Save the people, right? Get him. Or whatever. This is very important. Which Sunni who made Umar bin Khattab second caliph. Somewhere The messenger seems to have decided in aggravated pain. Give him the Give him the paper and the pen. Something written to you after which you will never go astray. The people differed in this matter. And people should not differ before a prophet. Your own. This is Sahih al-Bukhari 3053, not a Shia hadith. This is Ahle Sunnah. Ahle Sunnah. कलमा गो ये तो बदाम तेरी क्या बात करें तूने जो वो तो कहते हैं आले मोहम्मद पे सितम मैं तो कहती हूँ तूने जो मैसेंजर ऑफ अल्लाह पे सितम डाले हैं एज ए शिया आई वुड से दिस बट आई वुडंट से इट out loud as a Shia. They said Allah's messenger is seriously sick. The people differed. Your Ibn, who is he? You know, Ibn Abbas, narrated by Sa'id bin Jubair, but Ibn Abbas said he's the closest. What his all his hadiths are taken as truths, authentic. And the people should not have differed against the wish of Prophet Muhammad. It's written here. If I was a Shia, I would be crying right now, you know. I'd be hitting myself. Like, I can't take this, I can't read this. What Umar, this, my Masahib will go on, start. But I'm not a Shia. I'm an ex-Shia and an ex-Muslim. So please decide, Jemai. Shall I come back to Sunni Islam, Shia Islam? The Prophet on his deathbed gave 3 orders. Wait a minute. Let me alone. Wait. No. Deferred in this matter. The people present there, meaning differed in this matter, and people should not differ. जब आपको कह रहे हैं, people should not differ before a prophet. But you know, I don't know how you've made excuses for the people who differed. They said Allah's messenger is seriously sick. Who are the they? Then we are told in our other hadith, it was Umar bin Khattab. So the Prophet said, let me alone. Leave me. Very good. What he's done to the Baduans, they were saying, leave us, please. Right? Very good. This prophet is a hypocrite, number 1. The prophet on his deathbed gave 3 orders saying, expel the pagans from the Arabian Peninsula, respect and give gifts to the foreign delegates as you have seen me dealing with them. Give gifts to the, respect and give gifts to the foreign delegates. सब यत्रिब से and Makkah polities से चोरी करके, spoils of war से लेके, I forgot the 3rd order, it says Yaqub, because he hasn't, because written, it was not written. So your Yaqub bin Muhammad said, I asked Al-Mughira bin Abdurrahman about the Arabian Peninsula. But what is the 3rd one you have forgotten? And he said it comprises Makkah, Medina, Al-Yamama, the ones that he's made Muslims, Islamic, and Yaman. Yaqub added, and Al-Arj, the beginning of Ti'ama. Look at the problems you have here. After he's gone, you're asking what he, this, that. I've forgotten the 3rd one, very important. Why did Yaqub, maybe very conveniently forgot, because this messenger is such a hypocrite. Good thing he forgot. Of course he forgot conveniently. So now, I'm not an advocate for the Shias here. Now, I'm so against Shia Islam, also. Like Sunni Islam, like Quran only Islam. Right? Just let me, sorry, I have this, I think allergy is coming up. Excuse me. Right? Now, you people have not decided among yourselves. You are not united. So this was, people differed, the Sahabas there. Allah हमारा तो दिल कांपता है सहाबा को कहते हैं but oh please Shia say against Sahaba, oh please stop this pattern of thinking now. Shia say against Ummul Momineen Allah हमारा दिल कांपता है सुन्नियों का भी मसाइब they go killing the Shias. It's kufr, it's disbelief to say anything against the Sahabas or the Ahl Sunnah. Now you have not decided among yourselves. And look at what your own people are doing and what they have done in Surah Nur against al Mu'mineen. And you are blaming Shias and Shias and Shias all the time. Your research, your thought pattern, you have to change, Jemai. May God put some sense in you or whoever. Maybe please use your proper mind. Maybe start with something like empty and then use some pure reasoning, which is not tarnished by any belief, dogma, indoctrination, so that you become something for justice. Even if it be against yourself or your parents. Quran ayat. I'm giving you your own Quran ayats. Become a paragon for justice. Like this you will never be. So please don't tell me to come back to this unjust, false religion that will not give justice. Claiming to give justice to Sunnis, but then the Shias lose out. Shias waiting for their Imam, the justice will come, justice will be established, and they can't give justice. They just disassociate from Ahl Sunnah on these points now. If you want, you can come and discuss with the Shias. They will welcome you, but they're not going to come to you. They're not Dawah people. So on which you keep differing so much differences that it has become terrible. Injustice. Be careful how you treat, if you trample on a believer, not knowing, and become a cause of regret for yourselves. And since your Sipai Sahiba have killed some Shias in Pakistan, I wonder, you can't even get them back. This is totally against reason, pure reason. It's got so many contradictions that the Sunnis, it's like a very, I can't say what it is in words, I can't put it. It's become like it's made the Shias think they are right, makes the Sunnis think they are right in some point. Does that. Right? And if you don't believe me, I don't know. See, believing me, please read when I'm saying Umar bin Khattab, in your hadith it says, Imam Ahmad bin Hanbal narrates via his own chain from Jabir bin Abdullah Ansari who said the Prophet on his deathbed asked for a paper to write something so that they may, so that they, the Ummah, will not deviate after his death. What a serious matter. Umar bin Khattab opposed him and he abandoned writing it. Shias are not saying this. This is your own Imam Ahmad bin Hanbal, who has said maybe somewhere that the Shias are the worst creatures. Worse than the Jews and the Christians even. Researcher of this book, Sheikh Shuaib al-Arnaut, says Sahih Ligharihi. Okay, Masnad Ahmad bin Hanbal. Who was the person that called the Prophet delirious? Ibn Taymiyyah confirms it was Umar who accused Rasulullah of being delirious. As for Umar, he suspected whether the Prophet's saying was due to the severity of his illness, or was it from his well-known sayings, which is why Umar said, now you have your own reasoning and you explain yourselves away. Now you take this, and you took him as the second caliph. Oh. You have, when a judge decides on a case and he's made the wrong decision, and you're telling me that I come back to this, and you're not saying anything against the judge. My God, Jemai, so many things I've said. Where are you coming from? You are calling me to something that will ruin everyone's life, right? Don't call me to fake things. Like, how are you judges here deciding whether Umar was right or Prophet Muhammad was right? Huh? Your own religion can't give you that. The Shia say something, the Prophet Muhammad was right and Umar bin Khattab was wrong. There they say something else in Surah Tahri. Prophet Muhammad can go against Allah's command, seeking to please his wife, and they've given their own stupid reasons. By the Imams. Imams have deceived them thoroughly. This is a false religion, for God's sakes. This is what Umar has been trying to tell you. Abu Bakr has been trying to tell you. He's dead now. And there were people who worshipped him and he didn't say anything. Only to those who criticized him. But Abu Bakr says, this is in your books. Baba, Prophet is dead. Now, if you worship, why did he say this? If you worship, if you worshipped Muhammad, then know that Muhammad is dead. Where's the hadith? Although overwhelmed by grief, Abu Bakr addressed the people. He praised and glorified God and said, whoever worshipped Muhammad should know that Muhammad is dead. How can Muhammad be dead? He's the mercy of Allah for all the worlds. The universe, if the universe hasn't died, how can Muhammad be dead? He's the mercy. Mercy can never die. His mercy goes on, he leaves his body. This is not the way to tell someone. He was filled with grief. Very good. Very good, Abu Bakr. Very good. Whoever worship Muhammad about should know this. I'm for Abu Bakr, who's the polytheist Abu Bakr, who's the true Abu Bakr, not the Muslim Abu Bakr. You see, they had to come in this religion because they were forced, they were given bribes, and in the beginning they were told, oh, be nice, and Makkah nice, and all you can see. And then later on, kill and this and that. And Prophet Muhammad was a very chalak, terrible man, very cunning, deceiver. So Abu Bakr, I don't blame Abu Bakr, but you can see the reason why this mess up. Please see Ahl Sunnah. Where's my mummy? Now, Jamai, please, for the sake of honesty, right? Honesty. Do you think I should come back to this religion? Are you giving me an honest advice? Huh? Even as a Shia and Sunni, I'm confused. Who has given me proper reasoning about these contradictions? Tell me, who has worked out? I have, for myself, worked out sharing with you people. So please be a little dignified. Do you think you are sure about your religion? Then give me a surety. Tell me, what is your religion? Islam, right? And you are Quran only? What are you? Please tell me so I can address you in that way. Now it's enough for me. Jamai. What are you calling me to? When my mind, let's see, as a Shia, I could not understand here, wasila, their shafa indirectly, and no shirk. Are you calling me to a dishonest man's religion, a false prophet's religion? Please ask yourself these questions. Sahih Bukhari 3667 and 3668. And you have very ridiculous hadiths about the Prophet fondling his wife during menses. But when Goku or someone comes here, I say, okay, please, because we can't convince them, can't even show the Muslims, because whatever I've shown, it seems like you have put water. You don't listen to reason, anyone's reason. You don't see the proof from the Quran ayats. You haven't seen contradictions. And what about that? If there were many contradictions in the Quran, it would be from other than Allah. When I showed that, where were you? Jemai, brother, sister, whoever you are. Where were you, brother, sister? Huh? Right? Oh, God. Umar stood up and said, by Allah, Allah's messenger is not dead. Huh? Okay, he's in a shock or something, they say. Umar said, by Allah, like he's saying, by Allah, Allah's messenger is not dead. You see, this is what your messenger has taught you to do. Yani, this is an oath taking. This is like swearing by Allah. Allah's messenger is not dead. Now there's a contradiction. By Allah, nothing occurred to my mind except that he said, verily, Allah will resurrect him. And he will cut the hands and legs of some men. Then Abu Bakr came and uncovered the face of Allah's messenger, kissed him and said, Let my mother and father be sacrificed for you. After he's dead. You are good in life and in death. By Allah, in whose hands my life is. Allah will never make you taste death twice. And then he went out and said, oh, take her. Don't be hasty. He's telling Umar. See, now he's taken an oath. Can we focus on one topic at a time? No, Jemai. Huh? What one topic at a time? What follows is where I'm going from one topic to another. Why not like this? Because this is not on one topic. The live stream is not on one topic. Why do you want to, which topic do you want to follow the, distractor, Jamai, distractor, dishonest person. Sharam karo, sharam karo, sharam karo. Why can't you see your prophet was a liar, a rapist, right? No. Which topic do you want to focus on? That will fall for your favor? That will fall in your favor? Oh, take her. Don't be hasty. Oh, take her. Don't be hasty. At least tell me which Muslim are you, Jamai? Huh? This is what your prophet has taught you, to be hasty, take oaths when you're shocked. Even Umar saying he's not dead, taking an oath by Allah. Abu Bakr is reprimanding him. Abu Bakr is reprimanding Umar bin Khattab. Okay, Jamai, if you really are that honest and care for this religion, come online. I'm coming back. Okay? After this. I'm coming back. You better come online. Whatever you are pleased with. Whatever I'm pleased with? Oh my God. No. I'm pleased with justice. Pleasing justice. Truth. How about that? Are you pleased with that? Whatever you wish, or whatever you are pleased with. What are you pleased with? Okay? I will come back after this. And if I don't see you, you have wasted my time and you're a dishonest person. You better come online. I'm doing a stream. I'm coming back for you. And don't tell me this kind of a way, whatever you are pleased with. You better stay online. Come here after 15 minutes. Whoever worshipped, and then Abu Bakr says, oh, take her, don't be hasty. When Abu Bakr spoke, Umar sat down. Abu Bakr said, praised and glorified Allah, and said, no doubt, whoever worshipped Muhammad, then Muhammad is dead. This means Umar bin Khattab worshipped Muhammad, couldn't see that he was dead. But whoever worshipped Allah, then Allah is alive and shall never die. Then he recited Allah's statement, O Muhammad, verily you will die, and they also will die. Surah 39 and 30. He also recited, Muhammad is no more than an apostle, and indeed many apostles have passed away before him. If he dies or is killed, will you then turn back on your heels? And he who turns back on his heels, not the least harm will he do, to Allah, and Allah will give reward to those who are grateful. Surah Al Imran, verse 144. The people wept loudly, and the Ansar were assembled, and this is Amir was from us and one from you. Then Abu Bakr, Umar bin Al Khattab, and Abu Ubaidah bin Al Jarrah went to them. Umar wanted to speak, but Abu Bakr stopped him. Umar later on used to say, by Allah, and intended only to say something that appealed to me. Sorry, I can't join right now, but continue like this. Okay. Please do. I feel so ashamed when you say sorry and all this. You know, all you need to do is be honest with yourself. That's all. Don't wipe my all that hard work I've done to expose what needs to be exposed and shown to the Muslims. Please. By Allah, I intended only to say something that appealed to me. Oh, appeal. And I was afraid that Abu Bakr would not speak so well. Fear. Abu Bakr will not. These poor people, they've been ruined by this. Islam. You know, your Islam can't save Ummul Mumineen. They are in the hellfire, burning. Not that, but according to, not that they are, definitely not. There's no hellfire like the... Huh? Make your point, I'm happy to engage it. Uh-huh. I'm making my points, many points here. Do you like to follow these people? Abu Bakr and all this. And Fatima Zahra and Ali and all that. Huh? Who cannot even take you to Jannah, show you. Prophet could not show you the angel he was seeing on the horizon. What have they promised you? Where? These people are what Jannah? Huh? Have you seen it? Have they shown it to you? What point now you want to talk about, Jemai? You choose, as you please and wish. You choose the point. I would be happy to engage with you on that point. Tell me. A good reason why I should. Tell me your point. Tell me your point. I'm waiting for your point. Give me your point. Please, I'm waiting, Jemai. As you wish. I'm waiting for you to give me a point. Hello, you are always welcome back in Islam. First of all, no, that's not what the Shia say, I think. They kill the apostate. Even they don't forgive. What is your best argument against Islam? I can't. It's a false religion, the best argument. False religion. Best argument is that you're following a. I don't know how to say this. My best argument is what I've been showing. All are best. Each and every argument against Islam is best argument. Right? What if he is like this? Contradictions in the Quran. I'm not going to show you the contradictions. Character of Prophet Muhammad. And of the people is he whose speech pleases you in worldly life. And he calls Allah to witness as to what is in his heart, yet he is the fiercest of opponents. Okay. And he goes away, he strives throughout the land to cause corruption therein and destroy crops and animals. Two things about very severe, like forcing Muslims to become, forcing Jews and Christians, first of all, obliterate their faces before we obliterate. Should Islam have obliteration of faces? Forcing people to come into Islam like this. Quran ayat. Another thing is breaking the homes. Surah Hashar ayat. Allah being a terrorist. Do you think that Allah should have done this to the Yathrib people? Oh, you who are given the scripture, believe in what we have sent down, confirming that which is with you. Before we, Allah says, we obliterate faces and turn them toward their backs or curse them. Do you think this way is a good way? Force by force. Haven't you Muslims said that there's no compulsion in religion? Giving Ayatul Kursi ayat, part. There is no compulsion. You said there's no force in religion. Does this seem like force to you or what? Tell me this. This doesn't seem like force to you, Jeremiah? Please answer. There's no compulsion. And what is compulsion, you know? Do you even know the meaning of compulsion? Because here we have a contradiction. Huh? Surah Nisa ayat 47. The Muslims used to say there's no compulsion in religion. Now please tell me. Give me an answer. Compulsion means compelling people, right? Like, you know what compulsion means. This goes against, there's no compulsion in religion, this ayat. Surah Nisa ayat 47. It is only a threat, nothing happened. No, giving a threat is a compulsion. Whether something happened or not, it's not, we're not going to the result. But giving a threat is compelling people. And there's no compulsion. Right? Now you failed here. So to argue with you or to even give you a reason, you are going to the end like nothing happened. But that's not the point. The point is there a threat or not? Huh? If there is a threat, it would mean there is compulsion. That is what it means. What compulsion means? If there is a threat, there is a compulsion. It is only a threat, then it is a compulsion. Jeremiah, brother, sister. Surah Nisa 47. You just agreed. It is only a threat. So, I mean, I'm kind of shocked here, taken aback. You're saying there's compulsion. You have accepted it. This is one of the conditions of compulsion. To threaten someone. Whether something happened or not is a different matter. Oh my goodness. Please, please be simple, be honest. My advice to you, Jia, my brother. Although you seem to be quite respectful, sorry, I can't. You're quite respectful, so please be simple, be honest. Right? That's very nice of you. Hello, you are always welcome back in Islam. Can we focus on one topic at a time? Whatever you are pleased with. It is only, and sorry, I can't join right now, but continue like this. Okay. Now, compulsion has threat. My goodness, Jamai. Now, if I say which class, sorry, what can I do? Now you're going to say she's bullying me, like that previous one, Smile Free Comedy Club. And you say, oh, you're putting me down. I'm sorry. Jamai, please, don't make, people will be, really, this is, I don't have a big, thank God, but like Christian Princess, people are laughing at you, you know. So if I laugh, excuse me, please. No, I should be very decent, honest. No, I'm honest. There is no compulsion in religion. What is compulsion? Threat, Baba. If there's compulsion, force. What is a threat? Threat is forcing someone. It's not like saying we'll kill you. It's like giving them a threat also can come in compulsion. Compulsion is a wide meaning. Compulsion. You know what compulsion has? It's not like just only taking by forcing them is basic, right? There is no compulsion in Islam, that is basic. Yes, you say that is the fundamental thing of Islam. It's the basic rule of Islam that there's no compulsion in religion, right? And it is only a threat, nothing happened. But the forms of compulsion, forms, like very clever forms, it goes even into sophistication, like persuading you, bribing you in a very good way also they can do it. Coerciveness, and putting you under duress, threatening you, putting you under fear. All these things are included in compulsion. I think even the good things like bribery, giving you gifts and all this, can be a means of, that's like a positive compulsion. You know what I mean? Deceiving you to make you come in this religion. Wouldn't that? No. Okay, that's that's a positive. No, that's persuading you. That's in a deceptive manner. You think, yeah, there's no compulsion in that. But what they are doing is influencing your mind, brainwashing you. It's a different way of bringing you in this religion. Maybe they would not say compulsion. No, that would not be. Let me correct myself. Yeah. But that's like, it's not compulsion, no. Compulsion, okay, let's be very, sorry, I got it wrong. Compulsion, if there's a form of threat, then it comes into compulsion. Jamai. I don't accept your understanding of compulsion. So what is your understanding of compulsion? Is it your understanding or you got it from the Islamic? Please give me the Islamic way of compulsion. Right? Not yours or mine. Okay? So let's stick to the Islam first. I want to know which sect you belong to. There is no compulsion. If you would kindly tell me which sect you belong to. There is no compulsion in religion, right? Quran.com. Let me see if they give this, or you are a Quran.com, yeah. Or sorry, maybe you have some influence. I don't know where you come from. You are influential Muslim. Let there be no compulsion. So I thought that maybe a Google search will not give me Quran.com. Sure, I'm Sunni. Okay, thank you very much. Thank you. I'm much grateful to you for. Now, let's go in and get the footnote. What is compulsion in? Can you explain to me, please? In your religion, Sunni Islam, huh? Do you know or do you need help? Please tell me. If you don't know, it's okay. There are many mistakes I make and say things. Tell me, do you know what is compulsion? How Islam has defined compulsion? Do you have a definition in Islam, like how to take it, how to explain it to you? What are the conditions of compulsion in Islam? Can threat be used? Would that be used as compulsion? Where's that? Can you please tell me, Jamai, what is the definition? What does compulsion consist of in Islam? There shall be no compulsion in religion. No footnotes. Here it is. Abul Alam Ududi. Deen here signifies the belief about God embodied in the above verse of the throne and the entire system. The verse means that the system of Islam embracing moral practical conduct cannot be imposed by compulsion. But what is compulsion? These are not things which people can be yoked forcefully. Compulsion when force is used against one's will. Can a threat be used? Like you said, if you are threatened, what kind of force? Is threat a form of force? If someone even blackmails you, isn't that a form of force? Compulsion? Like, let's say if someone threatens you. Who are you quoting? Compulsion when force is used against one will. Against one will, right? Surah Tawbah ayat. You know, compulsion was used against Jews and Christians to pay the jizya. But it says willingly they paid. How can they pay willingly when compulsion is used? Surah Tawbah ayat. What about compelling them to pay the jizya? In Islam, force should not be used, right? In any way. So Surah Tawbah. Would you call this compulsion? I don't know what you would call it. Or not. And how? Please stick to the rules. Islamic rules. Your Sunnah rules. fight against those who do not believe in Allah or in the last day, isn't this compulsion? Fighting against them. Who only do not believe in Allah or the last day, and who do not consider unlawful what Allah and His Messenger have made unlawful, and who do not adopt the religion of true, i.e. Islam. Fight them. This is compulsion. Isn't this compulsion? You just said Islam doesn't have compulsion. It's the basic rule. Fighting them when they are not fighting you. Until they give the jizya willingly while they are humbled. You're putting compulsion on, you're fighting them, putting force on them, and then you're saying willingly until they willingly pay the jizya. That's like raping a woman, threatening her, fighting her until she willingly gives in to you. And you tell the judge, she willingly gave in to me. You've taken all that force away from her, her energy. This verse is related to the aggressive, Roman Empire. Please tell me, aggressive Roman Empire, where does it say? Can you tell me where it says this verse is related to aggressive Roman Empire? But is force used or not? Whoever this verse is related to. But they were not fighting them. Look at this. This verse doesn't say that they were aggressive or who it relates to. It just says that the Ahl Kitab, who do not fight against, look at what the verse is saying. Now, if you don't want to, you are going, you see, you are playing that thing in the discussion even. This is not a debate. And you're a very smart character. Sorry I have to insult you like this. I'm just describing what you are. Sorry I have to give you you see what you are doing, even you in a discussion, friendly, honest discussion, you are not being honest, you are being dishonest. Sure, I'm Sunni. Compulsion when force is used against one will. I showed him Surah Tawbah 29. He says this verse is related to the aggressive Roman Empire. Does the verse say itself? What does the verse say? Aggressive. Okay, even, but can Islam use force? Can Islam use compulsion? Compulsion when force is used against one will. When basically it says no. And it's fighting those, to fight those who do not believe in Allah. It doesn't say who are aggressive towards you or who oppose Allah and the Messenger. Mind you, look at this. I don't know where you got the aggressive Roman Empire, but again you're deviating. You're deviating. So I'm compelled to say that you are deviating. But tell me, is element of force fight against those? It's not saying. What does the word say? Read the Surah Tawbah, then you'll say she's bullying and she's screaming and shouting. Oh my God, I've had it with these people. Jamai, what does the word? I need tea. I'm getting a headache. I hope I don't get a headache. What does the verse say? Not what it's related to. पागल कर देंगे लोगों को. They'll make you go insane. What does the verse say? I'm like Adam Seeker now. Sorry, Gemini. What is the verse? Ayat. Saying. Not what it is related to. What is the verse itself saying? Ayat. What ayat saying it itself? Huh? What ayat is saying it itself? What is the ayat saying? Put the ayat here. What is the ayat saying? Please repeat the ayat. Read ayat. Showing you is not enough. Now you read the ayat. That's why I said, please come here. You read the ayat. पागल को और पागल कर देंगे. What is the ayat? Does it have an element of compulsion? What is the ayat saying? Fight whom? Is it saying fight what it is related to? Before even you jump to what it is related to. Sorry, I'm underage and I feel you are trying to manipulate me. No, the one who manipulated you is your prophet. I'm trying to get you out of the manipulation. I'm sorry you feel that way also, that I am trying to manipulate you when you have now gaslighted me. I'm just asking you what the ayat, when you can't see the ayat itself, what it is saying, you're only saying what it is related to an aggressive Roman Empire. But what is the ayat itself? You can't see what the ayat itself is saying, and you can't tell me what the ayat itself is saying. You are sorry, but you have been gaslighting me now. Now you start to gaslight me. I'm asking you what the ayat itself is saying. Does it even mention aggressive Roman Empire? Am I trying to manipulate you, or you have come in a manipulative manner? Without using reason, without research, you tell me, I hope you come back to, you are manipulating me in a very covert, narcissistic way. I'm just asking you because the ayat does not say aggressive Roman Empire. The ayat says something else, totally different. The ayat doesn't say that whoever is aggressive towards you, fight them. It says, fight those who do not believe in Allah. Right? No, please look at this. I'm telling you to please tell me what the ayat itself is saying, and you're not telling me. You just gaslighted me. Sorry, I'm underage and I feel you are trying. Next thing you will say that stop bullying me. Sorry, you are bullying me. The historical context of the verse is Tabuk battle against the Romans. Did they turn up? Did they start fighting with the Prophet? Was there a fight? Historical, okay. So they went there. But what is the ayat saying? Even the aggressive, maybe they were aggressive because they didn't want to become Muslims. And they were being forced to become Muslim. Prophet Muhammad was sending threats to them. Because the ayat doesn't say that, it says those who have not adopted this religion should be fought against and forcefully made to pay the jizya. So the ayat is like this. The ayat doesn't say who's aggressive against you or what the historical context is. You may look at it later on, the historical context. First, you look at what the ayat is saying here. Neither is there any previous. In the ayat, there is no. So you believe in the historical context more than the ayat itself. Huh? More than what the ayat is saying, you believe in the historical context. Believers, those who associate others with Allah and His divinity, are unclean. So after the expiry of this year, let them not go near the sacred mosque. And should you fear poverty, Allah will enrich you of His bounty. Now please, if you would stop gaslighting me and look at the ayat itself, what it is saying. But does it have an element of force in itself? The Romans were imperial force who occupied most of the world. Your prophet is asked to fight. And Surah Azab. What does this ayah say? Who is he supposed to fight? Why he has also caused you to take over the lands, homes, and wealth, as well as lands you have not yet taken foot on. What can I do? This person is not concentrating on what the ayat is saying. Who has sent this person? Where are all the people gone? Where are all the honest people gone here? Who can help? The ayat is until he is strenuously. But your prophet is supposed to make war against the non-Muslims. Right? Your prophet is supposed to do war against the non-Muslims. Well, there's an element of force, and you're wrong completely. Sorry, can't take your thing. Stop gaslighting for once and start to look at the ayat and be honest. Be honest about what the ayat is saying. Be honest. How can I say it? Well, please be honest about what the ayat is saying. Jemai, please, I beg you to be honest. Don't play the victim card. Okay? Don't play this victim card against me. Sorry, I'm underage and I feel you are trying to manipulate me. I'm sorry you feel that way, but that's not the case. That's not the case. I'm not trying to manipulate you. I'm sorry you feel that way. Please stop playing the victim card. Why does he have to strenuously do war? Huh? Surah Anfal ayat 67. Huh? And go, you will get land which you have not trodden on. Take Surah Tawbah, Surah Azab ayat, and also this. It is not fit for a prophet that he should take captives until he has thoroughly subdued the land. Thoroughly subdued the land. Huh. Whether those aggressive Roman Empire does something or not. Why does he have to thoroughly subdue the land here? Huh? And you believers settled with the fleeting gains of this world. Even you believers of that time were terrible. Look what he says about you believers. While Allah's aim for you is the hereafter. You believers, had it not been prior to the decree from Allah, you would have certainly been disciplined with a tremendous punishment for whatever ransom you have taken. So even your believers, they're not good. It behoves not a prophet to take captives until he has sufficiently suppressed the enemies in the land. It doesn't even say enemies. Does it? Look what it says. Not is for a prophet. Read Quran ayat. Are you Pakistani? You know Arabic? Prisoners of war until he has battled strenuously in the land. Doesn't even say enemies. Battling the enemies. The Quran ayat doesn't say that. It's quite obscure. Your translators have assumed that he's battling his enemies. Is it the enemies of Allah, Islam? Three interpretations of the decree are given, that which with which the companions of Badr were forgiven, that by which indeliberate errors in judgment by believers are not punished, and that which made lawful the spoils of war. Allah has now lightened your burden, for he found weakness in you, believers also. So if there be 100 of you who persevere, they shall vanquish 200. And if there be 1,000 of you, then they shall, by the leave of Allah, vanquish 2,000. Allah is with those who persevere. O Prophet, rouse the believers, urge the believers to battle. If there are among you 20 steadfast, they will overcome 200. Who is rousing the believers to battle? O Prophet, Allah is sufficient for you and the believers who follow you. O Prophet, urge the believers to battle. Against whom? If there are among you 20 steadfast, because in Surah Azab it says, kill the hypocrites. What do you make out? It could be against the hypocrites, the ones who in whose hearts is a disease, the ones who have not given you a battle, who are not aggressive. They are just hypocrites, right? And no doubt, hypocrisy can be bad, but they are not battling you. Hypocrisy can be as terrible as I see in him. Very, very terrible. If the hypocrites and those in whose hearts is disease and those who spread rumors in Al Madinah do not cease, like they have to stop, we will surely incite you against them, and they will not remain your neighbors. Incite you against them, and they will not remain your neighbors therein except for a little. Accursed wherever they are found, seized and massacred completely. You are told to assault, sudden killing, wherever they are found, massacred completely. What about Surah Hashar? Huh? The Yathrib people, he's a refugee there. I wonder if he thinks he owns everything. God has given him everything. So if anyone opposes Allah and the Messenger, Allah is the one, he uses Allah to say he's the one who expelled the disbelievers of the people of the book from their homes for the first banishment ever. You never thought they would go, and they thought their strongholds would put them out of Allah's reach. They never did anything. They just opposed Allah and the Messenger. And he cast horror into their hearts. So they destroyed their houses with their own hands and the hands of the believers. Believers also destroyed their houses. The Prophet allowed Banu and Nadir to carry whatever they could on the camels, so they removed the wooden pillars of their homes, causing them to collapse. But here, look at your footnotes, my God. Allah is saying here, look at the ayat. He cast terror into their hearts, so they destroyed their houses. However, oh my God, Banu Nadir to carry whatever they could on the camels. They removed the wooden pillars. Sorry, Jamai. Some of your, I don't know how to discuss this. Can't see any honest, what is this? The Quran ayat is saying they destroyed their own houses because Allah put terror into their hearts. So they destroyed their houses with their own hands and the hands of the believers. So I don't know, the Quran ayat is, a footnote is going against this. So if you're going to be like your Sunni Muslim, like this, who gaslight others and God knows what they do, who deviate from the truth of the ayat also and try to find excuses. Embarrassing, isn't it? So to avoid the embarrassment, they do all these things that are giving footnotes like these. So I'm sorry you are younger than me and you feel, but you really got me. Younger than me, but very clever. Very cunning. Very dishonest. That is because they opposed Allah and His Messenger. And whoever opposes Allah, just opposing Allah, it could have a wide connotation, not a great. The Baduans are saying, leave us alone. They didn't want to go with the Messenger of Allah. They were not aggressive. You will be made to fight such an army. You see, the Baduans were not aggressive. So, from what opposition means here could be like what the Baduans were in Surah Fat doing, we are told, also. Huh? Now, please don't come here and next time and say you totally misunderstand the Quran ayahs when you yourself are not addressing the Quran ayat itself, and put some other blame on me that I haven't even dreamt of in my intention doing, in my dream also, when you yourself are not looking at the Quran ayahs. And you're going to what it's related, trying to ignore and neglect and escape the element of force in Surah Tawbah at 29 against those. Let me see if you are Pakistani or who you are. Go to your channel. There's nothing on your channel. You just make these channels, you Muslims. You are Islam Reign 11. Now, do you understand how misunderstood, how misinformed you are? What lies your messenger has told you? So this, we have a classic form of dishonesty in the shown here. I just revealed this, exposed this. Islam Reign 1. Classic form of dishonesty, escape, avoiding fraudsters, Pakistani Muslims, lying, cheating, your prophet was a terrorist. Forget the Romans. His Allah was terrorist. They were terrorists. His Allah was a terrorist, and so was your prophet. Forget the Romans. They didn't go to Makkah against the polytheists. They didn't go to Yathrib against the Jews. The Romans didn't do that. Why did Prophet Muhammad have a problem with the Romans? When the Meccan polytheists didn't, the Yathrib Jews didn't. If the Romans were so aggressive, they would have come and conquered Makkah when the polytheists were ruling over Makkah, right? Or something like that. And when the Jews were ruling over the city, the Yathrib. Tell me, who is worse? You won't tell me because you don't seem to be honest at all. And you seem to play the game of being very polite and underage, the victim game, the gaslighting game. This is the height. Cunning, suave Muslim. But still, anyways, I'm here to get you out of this manipulation, deception. I will try my best as I feel my work in my work. I will do my best. You can use fake politeness and all this, but I'm honest. You know, they say if an honest person slaps you, It's better than the politeness of a hypocrite, dishonest person. I had a friend. Oh, Layla, I'm so scared of you. And all this. You know, when my friend in Karachi American School went to see a boy, she put it on me because of her parents. Like they found out the Karachi American School. So when she told me she was going to meet a boy during her free period in high school, I slapped her lightly on her face because I felt she was like a sister, and okay, I lightly slapped her on her face like that. You know, it was just a spontaneous thing, right? I think that slap that I gave her as a sister is better than these sorries and all this, your politeness here. I'm not saying that it's right of me to do that. I condemn it, but I still feel it's better than the dishonest politeness, hypocritical politeness. But that's okay, we endure with your hypocrisy and your gaslighting. And you're turning around and put the blame on us, ex-Muslims, like you have done against Shias in Pakistan and against Christians and minorities, and much against your fellow Muslims that you don't even call Muslims. So tell me, how are the Shias not Muslims? Right? No, don't tell me that. I'm not a Shia advocate anymore, but just saying what you've done and how clever and cunning way you come. It seems that your prophet was definitely it. I saw through the Quran eyes. I had a sharp perception to see, contemplating what you people are about. At times, when it serves your purpose, right, when you see now Islam is going down, you have to be polite. You're obliged to be polite. You use all the tactics. You use gaslighting, and what you did to Hatun Khan, Hatun Khan, again I'm saying Khan. What you did to Hatun, your Quran has holes, narrative. So don't tell me you people can't be aggressive. Manipulative? Criminals, mischief makers. How you stabbing Hatun in Hyde Park, a speaker's corner. I'm just shocked. Look at this, using like that Islam, bringing that one also, knowing my psychology, like my condition, how I can get mad and angry and lose my mind more, aggravating my condition, because I can't take hypocrites. I'm allergic to. That's why I think since you came, started to get allergy. I'm allergic to hypocrites. That's why this thing. Now I think I've proven enough, more than enough, Now I'm just helping. I cannot help a dishonest hypocrite like you. Underage? You look at the underage Shia Christian who goes to Christian Prince and how he acts. You look at your own selves. You're underage? Your prophet underaged. What he's done with his Allah is that get you married to Surah Talaq, Ayat 4. Your prophet married Aisha when she was 7, 9, consummated. Your prophet has manipulated girls. Don't first blame your prophet for this, what you're seeing. As for your women past the age of menstruation, in case you do not know the waiting period, and those who have not menstruated as well. God forbid I ever in my dream create such a law that you can get married to those who have not menstruated and even divorce them. Those poor girls who have not menstruated, who have not had their menstruation. What do you say about this, Jemai? So you're saying I'm under. You're saying, yeah, I'm an old woman, 55 years old, but you are underage. What does a 9-year-old know about, or before that, even, about Islam? Don't you think you parents, as a parent even, or as a brother or sister or mother or father, you have manipulated and indoctrinated your child to accept Islam blindly at that age? Even you're supposed to marry them, do the tying and all that, if they're babies. Huh? Is this right? So like I said, have some shame, have some dignity, have some honesty, and then come here blaming me because by far I'm too good against this. Oh, there's no comparison, I tell you. No, this Surah Tawbah ayat has an element of force which this dishonest Jamai Islam Rain from Islam Rain 1, see how he's dodged it. Huh? See how this person has dodged it. That Surah Tawbah ayat, I keep, ayat 29 has the element of force, meaning it goes against the ayat. There is no compulsion in religion, which they say is the basic of Islam. See how this person has dodged it today. This Muslim. They say there is no hope for hypocrites. No, they used to say there's no hope for people who have wahem, who have delusions. In our religion, someone used to tell me there's no hope for a person who is in wahem. So Quran ayat has given us for wahem a solution. Pray in Surah Falak or Surah Nas, right? I say there's no hope for a person like you. See how he's dodged. The basic compulsion, there's no compulsion in religion, and this ayat which says there is compulsion. It is screaming out loud. It is said it. See how he's dodged it. Sorry I can't join right now, but continue like this. You sound like a friend and a Pakistani lawyer. You sound like a Pakistani devil's advocate. I know of a Lahori lawyer. Make a point. I'm happy to engage it. What is your best argument against Islam? It is only a threat. Nothing happened. As if compulsion doesn't have an element of threat in it. When I showed him or her Surah 4 ayat 47, before we obliterate your faces. There is no compulsion in Islam that is basic. Jemai, I don't accept your understanding of compulsion. Sure, I am Sunni. Now he said it, or her. Women are like Scorpio. Imam Ali has said that. They can really bite you. Or like a crab, you know. You're being very crabby. Compulsion of force, when force is used against one will. Jemai, this verse is related to the aggressive Roman Empire. But it has an element of force which you're not accept, which you've dodged. You are a dodgy, shady person, Muslim. Sorry, I'm underage, and I feel you're trying to manipulate me. Oh, dodgy, shady, suavely, calculatingly, cunning. There's no hope for people like you, Muslims. So I'm very sorry. Thank you, wasting my time here with a Muslim like you. Cunning, dodgy, dishonest, dubious. Your politeness is also hypocritical.